There's a common move that content creators and creative professionals tend to make, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Despite there being a market for productivity for notebooks and certainly proper artist-focused products, we often opt for the gaming laptops. And why is that? Well, it's because of the graphics performance. Creative apps like photo and video editing software tend to require a lot of graphics performance, and one of the easiest ways to get that kind of power is in the same laptops that can run AAA titles. And it doesn't hurt at all that such gaming performance is possible anyway, since sometimes we're allowing ourselves to get distracted somewhere in those long editing sessions. But the fact remains that gaming laptops are a great place to get some raw power into more than just gaming scenarios. And it helps that some of these gaming laptops are making moves to reach those people like me. That's exactly what we're looking at here with the latest in the ROG Zephyrus line. A notebook that still has the gamer stylings and spirit, but is also geared for more beyond that world. And as it turns out, it doesn't take a whole lot to pivot high performance like this toward those alternate use case scenarios. So why don't we go ahead and dive in, because it's Joshua Vergara. What's going on, everybody? This right here is the ASUS ROG Zephyrus G14, powered by the Intel Core Ultra 9 Series 3 processor. Shouts out to ASUS ROG for sponsoring this video. To learn more about what shifts were made in this year's Zephyrus G14 and to make it your next laptop, check out the links that I've left in the description and in the pinned comment below. Yeah, you heard it right in the intro, this latest G14 is sporting the Intel Core Ultra 9 Series 3 processor, which marks the first time that the Zephyrus G14 has gone the Intel route in the CPU. We'll get to more of that in a little bit, but one thing I can definitely say off the bat is that this move has resulted in a laptop that is definitely plenty capable even when off plug, like I am right now, which makes what used to be a gaming-focused platform feel more accessible to people who want a good daily driver until it's time to plug back in and go nuts. But we're not going to put aside the Zephyrus spirit. Despite some recent changes to the way that this lineup has presented itself, ROG knows that as well. The change to a more minimalist design has made the Zephyrus laptops feel a little more approachable to some, although diehard fans might miss the old stylings that put a whole anime matrix on the lid. Instead, what we've been getting on the G14 lately is this slash lighting on the lid, which does get a significant upgrade compared to before. 35 distinct zones are a huge increase from before, and it's now all encased behind a mirror glass finish that is meant to protect it from any dust getting into the lighting area. That lighting is programmed with 15 preloaded animations that are all found in the Armory Crate software and will trigger under certain conditions. For example, the light will show the battery level when the lid is closed. More practically speaking, I try to have the slash lighting on at all times so that when I do close the lid to put the laptop to sleep, for example, I know that it is actually asleep when all of these lights are turned off. Further updates are equally as subtle, but still as important. The rear vents are now updated to be circular vent holes, which are a design update to allow for better airflow. We'll talk more about the input experience in a bit, but I want to mention here that the font on the keyboard has been changed to apparently evoke a slightly more professional look. I think they look fine, and as a typist, I'm actually not looking down at the keyboard much at all, so the font change hasn't struck me too much. And then the last hardware change is probably my favorite one, and certainly speaks to how this gaming laptop is appealing to the content creator in me, and that would be a full-sized SD card slot. Previous Zephyrus laptops sported a micro SD card slot, which does make sense for storing games, but now it's a full SD card that will stick out of the side when you put it in here. I will admit that at first this was a bit of a head scratcher for me, given my assumption that this was still going to be gamer forward. However, I was corrected and told that it's a shift towards creatives because they have said in the past that it was something that they would have preferred. Considering that, I looked back at previous videos and realized I literally said that in past videos, so I definitely stand corrected. After all, the SD card reader is plenty fast and definitely comes in clutch for importing the footage for recent YouTube video edits. Another shift is at the heart of the Zephyrus G14, and it's the move to the Intel Core Ultra 9 Series 3 processor. Panther Lake brings a combination of powerful AI processing, general use capabilities, and good efficiency to get a lot of stuff done when tasks aren't as demanding as something like frame generation in 007 First Light. Basically, ASUS is trying to tell you, get you a laptop that can do both, and the G14 is fitting the description quite well. While on battery, I've been working away on the laptop to get pre-production and scripting done, all without any major range anxiety from the 73 watt-hour battery unit that does get charged up either from the big power brick or via 100 watt USB-C power delivery. There's more than enough power to spare for my occasional distractions like YouTube videos or even sneaking single runs in Slay the Spire 2. Dialing in what parts of the performance package I want to use is a matter of messing around with these GPU performance settings in the Armory crate, with Eco Mode over here being one that I turn on quite often so that I'm not using the GPU while I'm off plug. And with all of that, I'm able to get a solid workday in as long as I'm not really pushing things with media consumption or photo and video editing. But even then, doing some cuts in DaVinci Resolve gets me a solid few hours to get significant dents in my projects, which then hits a whole new level when I do plug things in and fire up that GPU. Before we do that though, let's talk about some of the general input experience while working away. As I said before, some of the cues of the G14 are clearly pivoting toward hybrid and creative professionals. However, plenty of the DNA of the Zephyrus line remains. The keyboard is meaty with keys that have a 1.7mm travel distance, giving them a hardy tactile feel. While I'm able to type away for long sessions on this keyboard, I will admit that these keys do require a little bit more pushing power and energy than from other laptops that might keep things a little more slight for the productivity crowd. I mean, I totally get it though, this feels right for the gaming crowd as you really want to know you're pressing down on WASD properly. But as a gamepad gamer, I'm ironically off of the keyboard when I'm gaming and I'm mostly on it when I'm working. Working with this laptop in dark environments like a plane hasn't been all that common for me, to be fair, but the way that the whole keyboard illuminates all at once will be helpful in those situations. Now, you saw that it was all illuminating at once. Per key lighting is not a huge deal to me, but I can see how adding in that extra bit would be desirable to the heavier gamer RGB crowd. And finally, the touchpad is your usual clicky area, though it does take up this large portion pretty much all the way to the lip down here of the bottom deck. For a 14-inch display-sized laptop, it's certainly a lot of room to work with, including all the gestures that you could do within Windows and what ASUS makes available on such a canvas. And speaking of the display, ASUS continues their all OLED all the time work with the ROG Nebula HDR display that pumps out excellent colors and details at 3K resolution and at up to 120Hz refresh rate. Peak brightness is at 1100 nits, which is pretty nuts, but everything from YouTube videos to reading websites and checking scripts to reviewing my video edits to playing all sorts of games, all of it shines through this screen, and it's a recurring highlight of the Zephyrus lineup these days. But a slightly newer highlight to the lineup is ASUS's move toward better speakers across the board. Despite having headphones for proper immersion, sometimes I just want to pop into a game and play without thinking about much else, or I'm trying to fill a room with the sounds of whatever video I'm playing in the background. The G14 manages to have a great sound profile coming out of its rather slight body thanks to 6 speakers, 2 upward firing, and Dolby Atmos support. It's a great media package, the display and the speakers together for sure, but it of course means that virtually any experience you try to have on the Zephyrus G14 will benefit. We've been running with the theme that this is a powerful gaming laptop at its core, but it can keep up with the daily grind and the creative workflows. Yet sometimes you just want to hit the gas and have some fun. But alright, let's get into it properly now and get this powerhouse plugged in. By the way, yes, the charging brick is quite the brick, helping the laptop reach a higher than ever 130 watt TGP led by the NVIDIA RTX 5070 Ti Laptop Edition in my unit. Gaming flows are different for every person as everyone wants something a little different from their experience, but this GPU provides a ton of tools to achieve any of those. I tend towards going all out when it comes to the games that I know can handle full resolution and all settings turned to max, like Devil May Cry 5 or Slay the Spire 2. But if I want to keep frame rates high and the resolution at max, certain settings will just need to get dialed back to medium. That being said, features like DLSS 4.5 and multi-frame generation can be applied to 1440p or 1080p resolution gaming to achieve smooth gameplay that is still pleasing to the eye. And that's where I've kind of landed for games like Pragmata and 007 First Light. All of the tools are here, it's just a matter of figuring out that sweet spot that you want from your gaming experience. I'd venture that all titles will look and perform gorgeously at the nice middle ground of maybe around 1440p with tweaks in some of the deeper settings. All told, the fun is still undoubtedly there, even if sometimes a pair of headphones is preferred over the built-in speakers because the fans can really spin if you're going ham on those intensive titles. And yet we come back to the notion I brought up at the beginning of this video and certainly have alluded to throughout it. I'm editing this whole video using the Zephyrus G14 in DaVinci Resolve, plugged in so that I can get the full support of the GPU while working away in the timeline and for the eventual render of the final result. This part is no surprise to anyone that has thought of gaming laptops like this for creative work. Like I said, it's a common thing to do. And clearly ASUS has clued into that with moves that they've made in this latest G14. The Intel Core Ultra 9 Series 3 processing helps with all of the work leading up to the graphically intensive tasks, providing good battery life while jotting down thoughts and writing scripts and working on correspondence. That full SD card slot comes in clutch for actually getting the footage ready to go, while a little bit of work can be done off-plug either with the CPU or maybe with a short burst of GPU-supported editing by turning it on in the GPU settings of Armoury Crate. But once it's time to get down to it, the laptop becomes the editing bay when plugged in and letting the RTX graphics rip so that the final edits go smoothly and quickly. And of course, once it's all said and done, I can just chill out and decompress with something like Forza Horizon 6 on the same actual laptop. It would seem that by reaching out in even just a few key ways to different kinds of users, ASUS ROG have managed to make a great hybrid system that appeals to both gamers and creative professionals alike. And with the Intel Core Ultra 9 Series 3 processor, that's the power of ASUS with Intel inside, complete with plenty more to take every use case scenario to the next level when the need arises. A big thanks to ASUS ROG once again for sponsoring this video. To learn more about the latest ROG Zephyrus G14, you can check the links that are found in the description and in the pinned comment below. From there though, I'm going to go ahead and call it on this one. Thank you so much for kicking it with me again today. Please take care of yourselves and each other, and enjoy your tea, everybody.